In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Blue Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
He'll start this drive firing. Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dalton. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming in.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And it's loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it from the red zone. Slings it downfield. Got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's a really, really good route by the receiver. It's called a corner route. Did a great job sticking his foot in the ground and running towards the sidelines and running right to that hole in the defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will go to work for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest.
And they got him for the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Stenson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
The Tar Heels want to move quickly.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Here comes the option. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Defense wants to bring the heat. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Hamilton. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Trying play action. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on, and
picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The give to the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
A run for the quarterback. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Blue Devils have their offense in high gear. Powers forward. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today. And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Lost one deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Wide out in motion. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
They'll immediately call timeout. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
That's caught. It's pace. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20s. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 2nd down coming up. The give to the tailback. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. On the return, it's Hamilton. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Got him downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He unleashes a long one. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. And the Blue Devils pick up the first down.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They'll go to the ground. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking for a gap. It's Collins. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Duke. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The play action fake. Caught near the sideline, it's Hamilton. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making their situation really good on the next down.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, that's what they do. Last week, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past, giving him the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a...
And he's running in the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carry.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just... chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
And it'll be down right there. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Hamilton. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Hamilton. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On second down, just keeps firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dalton. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He finds his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now on 1st down from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Dances away. Throwing right. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here, it would be a 60-yard attempt. And that one's incomplete.
This is a huge play call now for the offensive coordinator. 2-minute situation, down in the game, 4th quarter, 4th down. What can you dial up here to keep this drive alive and keep your chances alive of winning this game?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Going up top on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. The short hands, it's Richard. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Blue Devils look to do some damage in the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab outside. It's Richard. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games